the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and off we go from Cleveland. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
It's caught. Tompkins. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The Browns at 9-4 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Watson on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. This one caught by Isabella. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Never make the mistake that these slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, here's Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Let's go now. We're Lions.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Green now to throw on second down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Green off the play fake. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They go with Chubb on second down. And some space here. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Now a first down throw, Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Off of play action, it's Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down. Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Robert Spillane able to bring him down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now here's Green, looking to throw on second down. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On third down, Green. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. Tressway on fourth down is sent out to punt. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it first and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33. So this defense coming up with the takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Green. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third and 10. Looking to throw. Green. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Taking it about the 16.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw. Green.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Operating from the gun. Green. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll take it at the 42. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over first and 10. On first down, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Watson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Green. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Davion Taylor. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken it around the 40. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Chubb on the counter, and he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the 3rd quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Green, throwing to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
And here's Green to throw on 2nd down. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Browns. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4
in last week's game?
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Third and 2, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Davion Taylor able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
50 Bobcats! 50 Bobcats!
To throw is Green. Looking to throw on second down. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Trap 60! Trap 60! 18 Rattler! 18 Rattler!
Back to throw. Green. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game, and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Green escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Green. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They run it again with Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A nice punt, but a good run back as well. yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And they will take a knee here. Second and goal from the 6 this time. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they take a knee. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Side, Charles, all that was missing was a shutout. Just giving up the 7 points, that's it, but really an incredible come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. On the first snap, here's Mayfield. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. There's defense for the Packers. They played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. Jones going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass, because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
Play fake. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. You want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On third down, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Love. And that is incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
The Vikings take over first down and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Fielded just inside the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Down at the 35, it'll be second down. The Packers at 11-4 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield now. His throw incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Mayfield. And that'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Mayfield with it once more. He spots his tight end Keene over the middle. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down throw for Mayfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Love going to give this one to Jones. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
At the 19-yard line.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Love now. Over the middle, it's complete. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd and 2, Love. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They're trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Love looking to throw it. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Pick Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they've been seeking.
Mayfield now from the 50. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told him, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Love. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Mayfield off the play fake. Rolling to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. Second down, another shot for Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Love. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ready, set.
On 1st and 10, Love. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Eluding the pressure right. A throw right side caught by Keene. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Mayfield on 1st down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down.
And that's caught left side by the tight end Keene.
Touchdown! Dalton Keene from 21 yards away.
And the Vikings take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it's now 13-7.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometime.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Off the play fake, Love.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Love. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
This is taken at the 15. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Finding room at midfield. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the delay, Jones. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 1st down, they'll run with the Wangu. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy. Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Now, all through this one, they've had nothing but success throwing the football and in the passing game. Here we are in the 4th quarter, a time you'd think they'd be running the football. They're still tossing it around and having great success, and it appears a whole lot of fun as well.
DeWagner going to get it on the counter, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Hey, alert 33.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalton Keene, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half.
Ready. Ready. Ready.
Love now to pass on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Love. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Hand cycle. Right. Right. Ready.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 68 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Now Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Second and goal from inside the 5. Love looking to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their #1 running option that you've scouted and take away their #1 receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. One last shot now for Love. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
Boy, a potential game changer there here in the 4th quarter to kick that out of bounds, and now they get great field position at the 40 in a tie ball game. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Mayfield. He spots his tight end Keene over the middle. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no.
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. First throw in overtime for Love. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have a Packers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready?
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. To about the 40-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Love. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ultra.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
87 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Caught on the right side by Jones.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Check man.
On the counter, here's Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. In motion right comes Reed. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. On 3rd down, Love. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
42-yard attempt.
The kick by Crosby is good, and they have regained the lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
More was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory. So this one